Shalom. I want to start out foremost by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles for the edification and knowledge. Call Hallelujah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Give all praise again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I want to go to tonight's video. I want to go to Ecclesiastes 6 chapter, Ecclesiastes 13, Ecclesiastes and 37. I'm going to read some verses relating to friends. This is Ecclesiastes 6. I'm going to read 5 through 17. Sweet language will multiply friends, and fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. Pretty much what you say, how you say it. Be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So pretty much, what's the word I want? Let them show that they're worthy of your friendship by their actions, their ways, everything. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide the day of thy trouble. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. Again, some friends is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of affliction. But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee. So these verses I'm reading relates to whether true or false, true or fake friends, man, false friends, man. I'll give you an example of that. During prosperity, you'll have many friends, man. The rich have many friends. But in the day of affliction, then, for example, they won't be there. So they're only there for convenience. But when adversity comes, they're nowhere to be found. So let me go on. But in the prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and he will hide himself from thy face. And that's a good one. You know what I mean? So he's not your friend, man. He was never your friend. He was only your friend for his own convenience, for his own motive and intent, man. So let's continue on. So when you're brought down low, facing adversity, they're gonna hide themselves and pretty much disappear. They're not gonna be in sight when you probably need them the most. Separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends, man. Sometimes your friends can turn to your enemies, man. A faithful friend is a strong defense. Yeah, a good friend is like a good defense, man. A hedge of protection. And he that hath found such and one hath found a treasure. So you find a good friend. That's like pretty much this truth, man. That's like finding a good woman, man. Scripture talk about closer than a brother. Roughly paraphrasing. So a good friend is be like a brother, man. You know what I mean? So it's like treasure. 15. Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. A faithful friend is the medicine of life. So that's like the cure and treatment of your ailments, man, of your ailments. and they that fear the Lord shall find him. 17. Whosoever fear the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. His neighbor relates to his brethren. I want to go to quickly to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 13. Now this regards association, whether professionally or personally, and this regards relating to whether from personally, we use personally for example, friendships who you associate yourself with. I'm going to start at 3. Now, a rich man have done wrong, and yet threatened with him. A poor is wrong, and he must entreat thee. Entreaty is beg, beseech. So a rich man pretty much can do no wrong, but a poor man, if he do wrong, he's gonna he has to pretty much apologize for what he has done. Remember, a rich man has many friends, man, and he has many friends because who he is and what he has, and many are close to that rich man because of what he has. It makes them feel important. Good example of that would be celebrities. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. So he or she is there for their own agenda, their own purpose, man. As long as they can benefit from you, exploit you and benefit from you, they're going to be close to you. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. There's a way of old saying of the world, so that's true. But I would say keep your enemies, keep your ultimately both the closest, because ultimately both of them could betray you. Let's go to number 4. Okay, number 5. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. He will make thee bear, and will not be sorry for it. So he's just using you for, he or she are using you for his purpose, man. They exploit you to ultimately undermine you and use you for whatever they're trying to use you for. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee. He will smile upon thee and put thee in hope, and he will speak fair and say, what one is thou? So when you need that individual, man, they're going to act like they can't, they're not going to be able to help you, man. Even though you might have helped them. But when you need them, they're going to act like pretty much they either don't know you or they're going to have a certain disposition about them when you need them the most, man. 7. And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. And when he see thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. So he's using thee. After he uses you and he sees you, for example, you're in a low state condition or you're going through a circumstance, he or she, they're going to ultimately, they're going to forsake you and mock you. You know what I mean? Because you're in that state and condition. And pretty much they're going to turn on you. Turn their back on you. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down to jollity. If thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, and so much more will he invite thee. Press thou not upon him, unless thou be put back. Stand not far off, unless thou be forgotten. Affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words. So believe not their many speeches or what they say, man, because most likely it's not true a lot of times. For with much communication will he tempt thee, and smile upon thee will get out of thy secrets. So sometimes the greatest of his weaponry is that tongue, man. And that part of that tongue, using that tongue, is deceit, man. And how he'll draw, for example, he'll draw out things that probably, for example, should not be revealed by using the slick, smooth speaking words, man. You know what I mean? But cruelly he will lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee harm, do thee hurt, and to put thee in prison. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in perils, and thy overthrowing when thou hearest these things awake in thy sleep. I want to move down. I'm going to go to 21. A rich man beginneth to fall is held up by his friends, but a poor man being down thrust also away by his friends. So like I said, between the rich and the poor, man, the rich, he has many friends, but the poor, in the same manner, his friends are going to pretty much betray him, turn on him, turn their back on him. When a rich man is falleth, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken. Yet men justify him. So a lot of things, for example, celebrities say, because they're celebrities, they take it as gospel, but not knowing that really it could be lies, man. You know? But because a celebrity saying, wow, because he said it. You know what I mean? But if anybody else, if a normal person say it, it's not taken seriously. It has no credibility. It's not valid, man. So celebrities are idols, man. When a rich man falleth, he hath many helpers, and he speaketh things not to be spoken. Yet men justify him. The poor man slipped, yet they rebuke him too. And he spake wisely. For example, the prophets. For they speaking wisely, they're wise men. But being 1 Corinthians 1:25, they're looked at and despised at, man. You know what I mean? Because they're they're poor. And they're not of status of the society, man. So they're looked down and despised. Going with 125, 1 Corinthians 1:25-27 talks about how the things of the world, the least of thee, that's weak and not mighty and despised, can bring down the mighty and the wise of this world, because the wise of this world is abomination to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, man. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, and extol it to the clouds, because it's gospel. They treat it as gospel because it's a celebrity. For example, celebrities, people of status. What fellow is this? If he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So one who's on low status speaks of knowledge and wise wisdom. They look at him like, you know, like he's nothing, man. Good example is as the prophets. You know what I mean? The men who have this wisdom, knowledge, and truth and understanding, man. So they looked at as like, who is this that speaks these things, man? Just like they did to Yahushua when he spoke things, man. A good example is this guy, the carpenter's son. Riches are good unto him that have no sin, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. The heart of a man changeth his countenance, whether it be good or evil. Countenance relates to his appearance. A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance. A cheerful countenance is a token, a sign of the heart that is in prosperity. Finding of the parables is a wearisome labor of the mind. We'll go to Ecclesiastes 37. One through 5th verse. It's talking about verses relating to fake friends. 1 through 5, real quick. Every friend saith, I am his friend also, but there is a friend which is only a friend in name. That goes by, for example, you heard of somebody, but you don't know that person. So you just know him by name, but you don't know him. It is not a grief unto death when companion and a friend is turned to an enemy, man. O wicked imagination, whence camest thou in the cover of the earth with deceit? There is a companion which rejoiceth in prosperity of a friend, but in time of trouble he will be against him. So long as everything is good in prosperity, everything is golden. So he's there. But when affliction and adversity and obstacles contrary to that come upon, he's going to be against thee, man. There is a companion which helpeth his friend for the belly, and taketh up the buckler against the enemy. Forget not thy friend and mine, and be not unmindful of him in thy riches, man. This relates more, again, to false and fake friends. This was something short, relating to true and false friends. Hope it benefit in some way, whoever listens. Give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash, Shalom.